So in my facility, please continue to go ahead and get the program started. A few things folks recognize, businesses recognize as we get started. First of all, on behalf of the Santa County Sports Hall of Fame committee and sponsors, welcome everyone here tonight. This is our 32nd Induction ceremony. And this class of 4 people, well deserved, as you will learn tonight. And we just want to thank everybody who's here in whatever role you are, and your family members, friends, former teammates, or former players, or some of the folks going in. Just enjoy yourself tonight. And thank you so much for being here. The whole thing began in 1989 as a program sponsored by the Santa County Chamber of Commerce. Since that time, it has evolved into a program that is headed by this committee and really is supported by the 3 parks recreation departments in Santa County. That's the Hoover Parks Rec Department, Lucas Parks Rec, and Alcohol Parks Rec. The directors of all 3 of those organizations are part of the committee, and I'll recognize the whole committee here in just a little while. Since 1989, 89 people have been inducted into the Santa County Sports Hall of Fame. It'll be 93 after tonight. I would like to ask any Hall of Fame members who are here to stand if you can, so that we can recognize you. Wave if you don't feel like standing. But please let's see who we've got here that is part of the group. Okay? There are others that I probably missed, so we'll try to name all of them. If you are here representing as a family member of a Hall of Fame member who is either passed on or is not able to be here, would you stand? And we've got a few. Okay? Finally, we also recognize the businesses and organizations that sponsor the Santa County Sports Hall of Fame each year. You can see their names on the placards that are up here on the bleachers. Just want to recognize in particular, you are a bank, who's our gold sponsor. Our silver sponsors are Bankers Insurance, Hudson Schools, Pfeiffer, and State Farm. And I want to ask everyone to please give a round of applause to Pfeiffer for allowing us to use this facility. Those of you who remember some of the past Hall of Fame inductions will know that we've got plenty of room here. It's just a great facility, and I just want to thank the folks at Pfeiffer for allowing us to do that. Also, the silver sponsor is State Farm Insurance, Andy Wall Agency in Albemarle. Bronze sponsors, Deacon Mechanical, Stanley Community College, the Stanley County Convention Visitors Bureau, Sargent's Randall Jewelers, Express and Shipping. And the paper sponsors that we have are Albemarle High School, Children's Insurance, Moody's Farm Home and Garden, North Stanley High School, Shelton Insurance and Realty, Sparker Investments, the Town of Oakburg, Union Power Cooperative, and West Stanley High School. Please let's give all of these sponsors a round of applause. We would not be able to all of these were not for their support. So we're going to move on ahead in the program. I'm going to recognize Steve Cummings, who's going to come up here and tell you all about our keynote speaker tonight, Coach Rob.
Good evening. Coach Rod Broadway is 1999 inductee in the Stanley County Sports Hall of Fame and holds the honor of being the only coach to win the HBCU College Football National Championship at 3 different schools. That's quite an honor. Coach Broadway is a 1973 graduate of West Stanley High School, Oklahoma coach, and where he excelled in football, basketball, and track and field, earning all-state honors for football in his senior year and being named to the North Carolina Shrine Bowl team. Coach Broadway later earned all-state ACC honors as a defensive lineman at Carolina before serving 22 seasons as an assistant coach at East Carolina, Duke, Florida, and University of North Carolina before accepting the head coaching position at NC Central in Durham. At NC Central, Coach Broadway received Revival foundering program capturing CIAA titles 2005 and 2006, and led North Carolina Central to the HBCU National Championship in 2006, before being named the head coach of Grambling State in 2007. At Grambling, Coach Broadway captured the HBCU title again in 2008, remained at the school through 2010 before returning to North Carolina in 2011, and as head coach at North Carolina A&T, where he captured the third HBCU title of 2017. Coach Broadway retired from coaching following the 2017 season, and I learned tonight he's enjoying time in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It is certainly my pleasure to introduce a homegrown talent back to Stanley County and a keynote speaker, Coach Rod Broadway.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Come on. We're family here, right? So we're just going to talk a little bit. It's definitely an honor being here tonight. When I said I was going to come back, I had 1,000 things running through my mind about growing up here. And this is a special place. It really is. I had special memories of this place. Great place to raise a family, great place to grow up. And then you come and make yourself these rolling hills. It's such a beautiful place. With beautiful people and a beautiful family. What more can you ask for? But I want to talk about a couple of things tonight. And one of the things I want to talk about is making a difference. Where's Coach Jackson? Jack, where is it? He's not here, okay. Okay, I remember Coach, I used to come see his city, he's coming back here today. Congratulations, Jack, man, you got this thing. And Bill, all doors Bill. Congratulations, Bill, I see what you're able to win a couple of championships in high school and college. And I know for a fact, that's hard job. Well done. Very well done, my brother. How about Daryl? Where's Daryl? Daryl. Let me ask you a question, Charlotte. How many free throws did you actually practice today? A bunch. That's usually what it takes, just doing a little bit more. That's basically what we're talking about today, just doing a little bit more. Now, I remember Campbell used to be one of the finest basketball programs in the country. And they had probably the best basketball school in the country for a long time there. Actually, I went there to Florida. Down in Bowie Street, North Carolina. Congratulations, you lead the nation in free throw percentage. That's awesome. I think what we're doing, we'll see if we're going down there. We have a contest. Where's your Francis? Watson. Congratulations, I see you coach 3 teams for volleyball, basketball, and softball. And let me say that's not a job when you do that. When you take that many kids, that's going to be a
as you lead, direct, educate our kids, my hands off to, and congratulations to you. Well, with me, there was basically 3 stages that I went through in my coaching career. The first step, I just wanted to provide for my family. The second step, I just wanted to climb the corporate ladder, become head coach. And the third and final stage, I just wanted to make a difference. And that was probably by far the most rewarding stage in my career, when you make a difference in someone else's life, when you can touch someone. Let me ask you this, what does it take to make a difference in someone's life? What does it take to make a difference in someone's life? First, I think you start with vision. Let me tell you this story real quick. When I lost my wife, about 20 years or 25 years or whatever, I just lost my mother a few months before that. But I wanted to get away and have a family type trip. So I went to Jamaica, and I went through the rainforest, and I prayed and I meditated. I was just trying to find some relief to give you some pain that I was feeling. So I just prayed and meditated. And I was in a dark place at that time. But the thing that I remember, I saw people that were living in shacks that was far beside the bathroom. They had this smile on their face. They had the spirit of it. And here I was complaining. You know, another place I said this, these people have nothing, but they have what I want. They have a little inner peace, they have a little happiness about it. And that's what we're all seeking, a little happiness. Let me tell you this story. I met this friend, this guy named Mr. Hall, who I was coming over this hill. And all at once just opens up, and you have the rear end ocean out in front of it. So, of course, I get out of the car, and I get out and start taking a couple of pictures. And this guy says to me this deep, big Jamaican accent. He says, come up to my property, you can get a really better picture. And so I did, and we got up and started talking. And he said something very profound that I would never forget. He said, those with vision must do. Those with vision must do. He said, when I first came up here, he's actually in the shed, he cut the road up here. He said, people thought I was crazy. And he said, and when I tell you guys, we came up and thought that, this is a beautiful turquoise water, this is pretty exciting, actually. And he says to me, as far as you can see this way, he says, I want all of that. He says, as far as you can see this way, he says, I want all of that. And as far as you can see this way, I want all of that. So I adopted his philosophy, those with vision must do. So I go back to North Carolina Central, and I'm in my office one day, and I'm looking out the window. And when the coaches come in, and I'm telling them about this beautiful great box we have out there, this nice answer church field, and I'm just envisioning this up in my mind. And he looked at me like I was crazy. He says, Coach, what are you doing? I said, this is a picture what the things gonna look like when we're going. So the next morning, in the staff meeting, I had these pictures printed out at the press box in the stadium, and I handed out an 8-10 picture. And when I got to him, I gave him the picture size of the staff. And he wanted to know, Coach, why did I get a big picture? And my answer to him was simple. Because you can't see the big picture. And that's what we got to get when we see a little bit better. Sometimes you got to see the look in the eyes. Sometimes you got to do a little bit more. And do a little bit more, they require a whole lot. Just a little bit more. True story. I was at 211 degrees, so it's warm. Water's just hot. But at 212 degrees, you have boiling water. You take that boiling water and put it in any state in any country, it'll take you where you want to go. It's not that much different for you, 211 and 212, just a little bit more. And that's what we all need to do in our lives. Whether it's with our wives, with our kids, with our business partners, whatever. Just do a little bit more. Makes a big difference. When I got ready to retire, I was in the back of the car. And I had driven the same car for 24 years. I had this Toyota 4Runner I had driven for 24 years. So I decided I was going to buy my car. And every Sunday after church, I was driving around to different dealerships. And this one Sunday, I was out there, the guy was handing out cars. And I read the thing that says, #1 salesman, 10 years in a row. Now, I've gone to 20, 25 different dealerships. I've never seen anyone. Sometimes you just got to do a little bit more. It wasn't by chance that this guy was the #1 salesman. He was just doing a little bit more. Didn't take much, just a little bit more. And that's what we're going to give. For just a little bit more. Give just a little bit more, we say. I just had this saying, life ain't so easy. You guys heard that song? I adopted this song my senior year in college. I took her to me 2 weeks before the open ball game my senior year in college. I was the champion of the first round of draft choice. So I adopted this song, which is Life Ain't So Easy. And I'm not going to sing it, you're going to see how it goes, okay? And it goes like this. Around and around we go, living our lives. Never ever knowing what tomorrow brings for sure. Could it be paradise? That would be nice. But don't put your hopes too high. Because, my friends, life will be to you or me. And as you go through life, I'm sure you will agree, life ain't so easy. Life is hard. I used to tell my guys all the time, but it wouldn't be so hard if we decided to be so easy. We created a soft, easy society, but things are much easier to say. She's not responsible. I would hate to be close to this day and time because things are so easy. And there's this old African proverb, let's see if I can find it. I read this over in Africa. It says, tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And that's what we got. We create weak men. If you look at a kid, they want to transfer. You yell at a kid, he wants to transfer. We create a soft society. We got to get that tough and as a media, what we do and what we say and how we treat people. Always with respect, always with love. But we can't be soft and let people do what we're doing the easy way out all the time. Just take another step. Take a positive step forward. Make a difference in somebody's life. And I'm telling you, for me, it was the most rewarding thing in the world when I started making a difference. I wasn't working for a check anymore. I wasn't working for a car anymore. I was working to try to make a difference in someone's life. And that's as good as it gets in any job that you have when you make a difference in someone's life. And I'm telling you, people ask me all the time, what do you do? I do nothing. I do nothing. And let me tell you this. There's these two guys at Baskin Robbins. I just stopped there and want to give them a cup of coffee. There's two guys sitting around all the time. And that's the guy one that says, what do you do? He says, nothing. And then I says, well, what do you do? He says, I help him. I'm going to give to those guys. That's what I do, a little nothing. And I don't know much about much, I know a little bit about a little bit. And also, back to making choices, back to making a difference. I think one of the biggest things along with vision and having what they know about you is you have to learn how to make good choices. I used to tell my guys all the time, just because someone's in the car with you, doesn't mean they want the same place that you're going. Bad company corrupt good morals. Make good decisions. True story. There was this guy. He was a stone cold drunk. He had twins. One of his twin sons grew up to be a Superior Court judge. The other son grew up to be a stone cold drunk, just like his father. But when that's how they ended up in the position they gave the same identical answer. With a dad like that, how could I be anything but? You have choices. It's the choices you make that define who you are. So make good choices in everything that you do. I don't know if you have again, when I was trying to think about what to talk about, whole lot of memories come popping back. I remember our curfew was the street lights. There was that curfew. When the lights came on, we had to be home. That's dark around here. When the lights come on, we had to be home. But you know what? As I reflect back on that was some of the best times in the world. What were we doing? Sitting around as a family, watching TV, talking about the day, encouraging one another, asking about their day. So we had family time. We don't have that anymore. I go to my son's house, and one of the sons over here on the computer, one of the sons over here, and the other one's over here. But even when he turned his lights back on, people see his back in the house, we need to talk to them, we need to guide them, we need to direct them. Because these kids are going crazy these days. I just saw, I'm living down in Myrtle Beach, and I just saw this thing with somebody from Alabama. I just shot a kid down in Myrtle Beach over a parking spot. Can you imagine? You lose your life over a parking spot. It's like war. War who's righteous, who's there's ways to do things, choices to make. Make good choices. You know, to kill someone over a parking space? Please. The other thing I think you need to do to make a difference is don't confuse good intention and effort with results. Let me say that again. Don't confuse good intentions and effort with results. This is a true story. I was at the University of Florida. We just won the national championship. And we were having a big party, and the athletic director came by. And he was talking about, well, I really like this coaching staff. You guys do an outstanding job. I really like this coaching staff. And one of the coaches asked him, would you like us as much if we can win this often? And he looked him right square in the eyes. And he sits here, and I will miss you too. So don't confuse good intentions and effort with results. Just like this thing here. This thing you did, Bill, being baking that cake with Sister Sarah, but you would shake that cake yet. So don't confuse good intentions and effort with results. Take that one that cake. Take that one that cake. Don't confuse good intentions and effort with results. It's all about results. It's all about doing the right things, always. I used to tell my coaches all the time. I just stand right here in their corner. And it's sin all day long. Why is that? Because it's right. And that's what we got to get, where we're doing things the right way, or we're treating people the right way. I used to have this sign I used to post in the locker room, in the coach's office, every place I ever been. And it had walk like, talk like, act like a champion. In everything that you do. And that's part of the challenge as a coach when you're trying to develop a complete person, not just winning football games, but developing leaders in our community, leaders in our country. And this is challenging within itself. Walk like, talk like, act like a champion in everything you do. You don't have to do much, just a little bit more. And one thing I found out over the years, there's not that much distance between good and great. Believe me, I know you all heard the line, there's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin margin between winning and losing. There's not that much difference between good and great. It's just taking a few more steps forward, doing a few more things, moving forward a little bit more. It's not that hard, just a little bit more effort. I know there's a lot of people. American guys just say this to me all the time, my players. Because they told me I was a big fish in a little pond, or a little fish in a big pond. And we've all faced that. We're going to say you don't belong. You're too small. You're too slow. And we've all been told those things. You're too small. One of the kids told me, Coach, North Carolina told me where we Richfield, I'm a big fish in a little pond. We tell him I'm a small fish in a big pond. And I just tell him all the time, it doesn't matter. Whatever pond you're in, just keep swimming. If you're in the ocean, just keep swimming. If somebody takes it wrong, just keep swimming. It's like back in our day, back in the old days, when you said, hey, little boy, you can't go where others go because you don't look like they do. Just keep swimming. When people united, just keep swimming. But remember this. Fish don't win trophies for swimming. They got to do a little bit more. Thank you, guys.
when my kids get up Coach Jackson, I feel like it's not worthy for them to call me that. And the type of impact that EJ spoke of just goes, it stretches. He was best on us for 3 seasons. And every time we go back there, there's a young man there that's now an old man who will say the exact same things. And you know, somewhere he spent very little time. But the impact that he was able to make, that he was able to have relationships with these young men, was just truly remarkable. And it's something that we as coaches and educators, mentors, fathers, we should all strive to have. Because it was real, it was nothing fake about it. He didn't care what EJ brought to the table, to the program. He just wanted people to be a part. He wanted to be a part of something that was pure, that was honest, that was hard-nosed. And Coach Broadway, it was not something. He was not something. And so that's my father. So most of you know, obviously, here you have a good idea of who my father was as a coach, his record, golly stats, and all that kind of stuff. But I hope that tonight I can give you just a little bit of perspective of who he was beyond all of that, the why, the motivation for him that he was able to share with me for the time that I was able to spend with him, riding along, cutting grass, spraying weeds, making football fields, making band fields, making soccer fields, whatever it took. I was able to spend quite a few days, minutes, hours, weeks, months, and years right in my father's hip hop, and just very grateful for that time. So it's very, that is what it is. That's documented. You can go and look that stuff up. I think it's great stuff in the bulletin. All that reads great. He was a great football coach. Anybody disagree? He was a great football coach. That is what it is, and nobody will ever be able to change that. Okay, but what he did for young men and what it's doing for them now, not so much what it did for them in the 8th grade, but what it's doing for them now was his lasting impact that he desires so much to have on these others. He wanted a lasting impact. He didn't want a 4-year impact and just push them on and they're gone out of his life. That's not what he wanted at all. He wanted to continue to push them and give them hope and give them belief throughout their entire life. All right, so what made him a great coach? You know, we all know Football Pride, all those that played for him can recite the 3 Ds, right? And we know he was excellent in those. We know he was three plays ahead of whoever he was coaching against. All that stuff was a great characteristic for good coaches. But I don't think it had anything to do with what made him a Hall of Fame member and a Hall of Fame person. To me, the insight that I can share is he was absolute best at selling, and he sold the dream. He sold the dream to us as players that we had no idea that we could achieve. You know, he never took a job where winning was the known way. He didn't want those jobs. And I remember at a very young age him saying, okay, why can't we go here, why can't we go there? They win a state championship every year, we can do it. That's not what he wanted. He wanted to make people believe that didn't believe already. He wanted to instill that in them to make them know that through hard work, through dedication, that they can do something that they could never ever do as individuals, but they can do it as a team, they can do it as a program, and it will last forever. If he could sell cars, I believe we would be a much more wealthy family. Because I think he could sell when he broke down the car to anybody in this room. I don't know how, but he could. He could make you believe that's exactly the car you need, whether you wanted one or not. That was the one. That was it, no doubt. But what he sold was his dream of what every kid wants, what I wanted, what we all want, what I think we all want, is validation. He wanted you to be able to validate what you were doing, what you spent your time on, what you dedicated your efforts to, whatever you cared about, he wanted to validate that into success. So if you were working for years in the weight room, he wanted you to know that there was validation so that at some point on the football field, that it made a difference. If you dedicated yourself to the classroom, at some point, there was going to be validation when that report card came out. The validation of our own efforts is something that he always wanted. He wanted for you. He wanted for us to be able to validate our efforts and know that it was worthwhile. It was not a waste of time. It wasn't just somewhere to go, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, and some 2 times a day, just to go this way, to run around the track and see everybody doing cross country runs and our football games. That's not what he wanted you to know at some point, because he was going to bring it up during the season. This is why we did it. This is why we did it. And you need to find it right now in order for it to be validated, for you to have success in this game. Your own hard work, dedication, sacrifices, they all matter. That's something. So no matter what we do, if you mow grass, I would love for my wife when I mow grass to say, man, Travis Gardner's great. Thank you for mowing grass. Right? I love that. And sometimes it does. Not very often because I don't mow grass very often. But when I do, that happens. Right? If the house is clean, whatever, it doesn't matter what you do. If you put gas in your car for somebody else, you want validation to know that was, okay, somebody saw that. Somebody saw me. They saw my efforts. They appreciated my efforts. That's what my father was about. He wanted that to come into play at some point. So why do you care so much about validation? Because it led to feelings of hope, belief, and self-worth. Coach Jackson loved his players, as you heard. He loved them all just like their last name was Jackson. He sacrificed time with myself, with my brother, with my mother, for everybody else's goods. And he would do the exact same thing today if he had the opportunity. We knew that we were loved. We knew that. Everybody that he coached was not loved. And they needed more immediate at that time, whatever time it was. He was able to separate them. And we were able to know what he's doing about it, because we believe in his vision. We believed in what he was doing. My father was very honest. He didn't sugarcoat anything. When we were screwing up, like the middle school coach was, he had no problem telling them. No problem at all. And he did it in a way that it wasn't very nice. He did it in a way that was very honest. And it was not what you needed, it was what you needed to hear, not what you wanted to hear. It was never what you wanted to hear, it was always what you needed to hear. He knew what it was, and he had a great way of getting across it. Why? He didn't care if you got home the floor of your great aunt's apartment being there. Or if you laid down that night in a king-size water bed and you got home. He knew that we all had obstacles that we had to overcome. All of us. We all have our own mess in life. We all have to overcome that. And what we were able to do was put all that mess together in a big bowl and call that a family and get rid of it for 2.5 hours a day when we were practicing or when we were playing. Overcoming obstacles united us as a team to accomplish a goal that was out of reach for us as individuals. How did we do this? How did we win so many games at a school that, prior to him coming, it wasn't very good at football? He did it by running a very simple offense, a very simple defense, but he just made us believe that that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to hit that dude in the face 72 times this game. And they look at score what it in the game. And just keep on doing it over and over and over and over and over. While fans and saints, parents, everybody else together, throw the ball, do something different, put it running up the middle. I promise you, he didn't care what he did. He didn't care at all. He didn't care what he did because that wouldn't validate the work that we were doing. That wasn't overcoming obstacles. To him, the pass was a trick play. And he went on a run trick play. That was a trick play. It was like going to the gas station and buying a $5 lottery ticket and winning $100. What does that $100 mean compared to $100 that you made pushing a wheelbarrow and shoving rocks? Which one means more to you? In his mind, he wanted $100 that you made by shoving rocks and pushing a wheelbarrow. And it wants to us because of that. Bridge, you better have it. If you did, you better find it. If you couldn't find it, maybe try something else. Because there was just a staple of our of who he was, and we had to reflect him on the football field. Those secrets, we all knew the plays. We knew the plays that were coming. Everybody in the stadium knew the play that was coming. It didn't matter. It's 32, we're running 26 power. Regardless, it doesn't matter if you look at everybody over there. We're running 26 power, and he just believed we practice it more, then you practice against it. And there's no way in the world you could have showed it better than we do on Friday night. And we believe it. It's probably dumb to believe it, but we believe it. Nobody ever doubted that. I don't think. I never heard him growing in the husband. I just heard it from Raymond, his own father in the Saints. He led y'all in third ball jacket. Of course, he's the only one in the world that would call this jacket. But his daddy had that right. So no secrets in his mind. That is what it is. Here it is. It's coming. My boys are in better shape and are stronger than you. Period. And then he put that to the test on the line. And we passed that test when we failed. Training for life. Why do you do it? My father trained us for life. And then football games just came along with that training. He knew life would be a struggle for all of us at some point. We can make our life look great on Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram and all that mess. We can make our life look fabulous. But David was a lot smarter than that. He knew life was what he was for each and every one of us. And he wanted us to be ready for it. When life hit us in the face, he knew that we needed a hand reaching down to us and say, just get up and run power one more time. Just run it again. Come on up and run it again. It's okay to get knocked out. It's okay to get tired. Run it again. Trophies and plaques. All these are nice. They're awesome. But I gotta be real honest with you. I got a tub about the size of this stage in the attic of the school where I put it down with all the days plaques and trophies. Nobody sees them. Those are his trophies. The kids that he was able to coach, the men that he was able to coach with, the teachers that he was able to teach with, the administrators he was able to work with, above all of that, his players are his trophies. What they're doing now, the fact that they show up for him, and Coach Broadway, no disrespect, but when you ask where he was, if he would have walked through the door, it's going to be down here. Two things. If you truly would like to honor my father, which I feel you do, but most of you that I know do. Two things. Search for a way to give somebody in your life validation for their efforts. No matter how small, no matter how big. Your path and somebody else's path, God has put there for a reason. Find a way to validate their efforts in something that they're doing that would give them hope and self-appreciation. Because that's what he sold to Alabama football players. That's what he sold. And he doesn't want you to keep it for yourself. He wants you to give it, just like he did. Number 2, stay off the damn field. Don't walk on the grass. Do not walk on the grass in the field, period. Anybody that plays on it, if you ever stepped on it, you know. Don't step on the grass. All right, easy enough, right? Easy enough. On behalf of the Gaston family, we appreciate you. We thank you very much for validating my father's efforts. Thank you.
Asking me to be part of this service tonight. I'd like for everybody right now to raise up their phone and look. You know there's not another thumb in this whole place that looks just like yours. There's no 2 finger thumbprints alike in the whole world. Yes, each one of y'all are somebody. The field ball is somebody. And if you don't believe me, just listen to these bullet points. Bill Ball graduated from Alabama High School in 1963, where he played basketball, football, and ran track. In 1967, he graduated from Appalachian State, where he played football. The letter as a freshman, started 3 years and was co-captain his senior year. In 1967, Bill started his coaching career at Burns High School in Longdale, North Carolina. There he coached football and track. Then he started coaching at Watauga High School in Boone, North Carolina. He coached football, basketball, track, golf, and girls softball. And yes, he locked and unlocked the doors every day at school. Boy, did they get their money's worth. Just this. In 1977, he was the Northwestern 3A Conference Coach of the Year. In 1978, his Watauga football team won the state 3A championship by beating Burlington Williams 34-28. The week before that game, it was so cold and so late at night that the player's family had to pull their cars up on the hill, over the field, and shine their headlights on the practice field so they could practice for that day. It was a very cold night. In 1978, Bill received Kellogg's North Carolina Coach of the Year award. Yes, that's Kellow Kellogg's, that's for you. That's the Kellogg's I'm talking about. From then, in 1979 till 1984, he served on the board of directors of the North Carolina Coaches Association. In 1980, he was selected to coach in the North Carolina Shrine Bowl, North Carolina Shrine Bowl game. In 1985, he moved to the collegiate level in coaching, where he coached at Catawba College. In 1988, Catawba won the Sackett Championship. This was the first time in 40 years that Catawba had a winning season. During his entire coaching career, now this is this, coached a total of 8 All-Americans. That is some kind of achievement. After his coaching career, he began working in the Albemarle City Schools and the Rowan Salisbury School system as an administrator until his final retirement. In 2008, he was selected to the Watauga Sports Hall of Fame. In 2015, Bill received an honorary Lifetime Membership Award to the North Carolina Coaches Association. In 2022, Bill was inducted into the Watauga High School Hall of Fame. Now, if you don't believe all that, then you don't believe in Bill at all. But let me tell you something. It gives me great honor to present to you Bill Law 2024 Stanton County Sports Hall of Fame.
Wasn't the first winning season in 40 years. It was the first time we won the championship and went to a postseason. We played in the national playoffs that year. I probably told them the wrong information. Let's get started. I want to thank the committee for keeping us alive. It's a wonderful thing. I want to thank Toby Thorpe. All of you know who does the work. I think we need to get Toby Thorpe. Congratulations to all these other honorees. Thank you, Jack. You asked me well. We kind of coach secondary. And you was when you coach now, yeah, excuse me, I'm going to do a little. Oh, what's that? I'm good when he was in Johnson County. Thank God he came to Albemarle. Those records that football. We're all Bulldogs that went there. Boy, he did a great job. Of course, he did a great job for every coach. Miss Watson, we moved to Rowan County in '84. My daughter was in elementary school, but your legacy was still there when we went to high school. The only person I don't know that's been inducted is another one. I tried to find out if we had any kinfolk. I think it was circuit ride right around a long time ago. But congratulations to the other folks, they're all very deserving. And I want you to know anyone who receives this kind of recognition, you've had hundreds and thousands of people helping you. I've stood on the backs with, I can't tell you how many. I've had wonderful assistant coaches, I've had wonderful players. But most of all, I have a wonderful family, and that's what it takes. The head coach, stand up. All those Peggy and Malia, y'all stand up. They have brought happiness to our family. Look at one grandson out there, Cameron Hank Matthews. Sister, everybody knows is Libby, Elizabeth, Libby, stand up, and her two children, Chris and Chip. There were 6 of us, Jerry, Sylvia, and Gary, that's our son. We got a great family. My living brother there, Don, stand up. Don
He's 4 years older than I am. He was always my football hero. You know, when you're 12 years old and you're 16 years old, that's a lot of difference. There's not much difference in our ages. But back then, I was shooting. And I never got to play with him in public school, but then I got to live out of Green. For 2 years, we played side by side in college. When you start coming about people that helps you, I can't name everybody. I mean, literally, there are thousands of them. But I do remember Little League Baseball. And I see guys out there right now, my classmates, and we all played Little League Baseball together. Joe Kelly was our coach. And boy, did he do a good job. Another season in the Hall of Fame. Todd Albert was our team manager. But what was amazing is how that relationship that we developed there with Joe and the teammates, how that followed us through. And then this new high school opened, and we started at junior high school. And we moved to town, I went to West Elmore for 1 year, and then I went up to the north for the rest of my elementary school. And we started at junior high school in the 8th grade. This what principals was that first year. Boy, he coached that school really good too. But it was amazing how many friends that we had in that junior high school. All the schools consolidated, came together. And we had friends from church, from West Alabama, from North Alabama, with Little League Baseball. And I was like that. I weighed about 60 pounds in 8th grade, got all the way up to 90 pounds in 9th grade. They never let me off. They let me play everything I tried to. Boy, that was good. Matter of fact, I was a junior in high school before I started on the team sport. But I played pretty good for that one. I mean, I was a slow developer. And I just love my coaches for taking the time to coach me in junior high school. Y'all guys are doing it. He coached football, basketball, and track. And he was funny. I do remember that. He just made me, I never laughed in front of him, but I always chuckled when he turned it back. He just always thought it was funny guy. Got to high school, we had great coaches, and it's amazing the coaches all my high school had. When you talk about Tony Webb, Boone, and Morgan Smith, and Jack Gasser, I mean, they're all Hall of Fame coaches. And I voted with something to tell you about that. Schools that pay attention to who they hire new coaches, they're deep because it has an impact on the whole community. When you hire a teacher, make them coach. That's not like hiring a coach. You just heard Travis do a wonderful job describing the days commitment, and that's what it takes. Coach, I have a story to tell my kids about commitment. There's a difference in contributions and commitments. I know you all need bacon and ham for breakfast. The chicken made a contribution. What did that all about? He made a commitment. And I'm not saying you need to be that dedicated to give up the blood. There's a difference in commitment and just trying hard. It's a 365-day state of mind that you have to develop in young people for them to be able to reach to be the best they can be. And they're not always going to be champions. But when they learn how to do that, they're going to be successful. You got to do that. Got to high school and had Coach Gannon. I grew 6.5 inches from the 9th grade and the 10th grade year. I couldn't walk, shoot up at the same time. I got to be about 6'1" and weigh about 127 pounds like this, about that big. Broke my arm the first day of scrimmage. And so I was manager that year. It's amazing how much I learned out there, standing around
said, I've been here a long time. But when you're not participating, you get to watch the players and the coaches' interactions. And I learned a lot about how to pay attention, how to decipher what's being said and what they expect you to do. That probably was a good year for me, just learning that. And Coach Kent was a great football coach. Boy, he was committed. He didn't forget where his classroom was. His name was so much about football. But he went on down to East Carolina, had a great career, ended up in their Hall of Fame. Our senior year, well, I skipped over. My sophomore year, I met Ken Frazier. And he probably had the most impact on me of any coach I've been involved with. He actually made me think I might be around. He coached me in PE harder than I'd ever been coached in anything else in the PE class. He taught me stuff. He convinced me to come out with that. I was wrestling. I was about 6'2", but then wrestled 130 pounds and didn't have to die. But we played basketball in the gym, and he told me I need to come out to basketball, and I did. I went. I didn't know anything about it when we started my junior year. But before the season was over, I got shocked. And I always appreciated that. He was a good man. He expected a lot out of us. He held us to high expectations, and we didn't have to. If you didn't, you wasn't on his team. You had to play hard. And then when I got to college, I had Coach Duncan, and Coach was here. One good thing about being halfway smart, you learn a lot of things from people that are all not positive. You learn how to treat folks better than some other folks treat you. Coach Duncan was a hard-nosed ex-NFL player. Boy, he was tough on everybody. And I figured out right then that G.D. Malden wasn't the way y'all talk for a football player. And I never did that. I told them. I got after them. But they were always a good person, and I was going to help them. I wasn't going to demean them. Met some other folks that I can't tell you all about. Jack Brothers and Carter Lance. We were talking. And I've lived in Wetumpka County more than I've been any other place in my life. But Jack was one of my coaches with Appalachian, and he came over, and I worked under him for 4 years. He was the head coach, and I was assistant. He taught me how to plan a practice, how to organize it. He taught me how to correct repetition leads to excellence. Correct, perfect practice makes perfect play. Sweating hard and jogging around for 3 hours, all that does is you sweat and you run around for 3 hours. You got to know what you're doing, you got to perfect it. And that, I think what Coach Baldwin was saying is what's hard sometimes, is every day expect greatness from every kid. The kid is never going to play it down. They're going to be a practice player, they're going to hold a dummy. They better be the best dummy holder you've ever had on your team. You got to expect that out of them if you want to be successful when they leave you. You don't want to touch them to be a failure. You have to expect greatness. I enjoyed coaching. I did it for 27 years. Had some great players. I had some high school kids who went on to play pro football. Like I said, I had 8 All-Americans in Catawba, and I had 4 of those kids who went on to the NFL. Tell you an interesting story. Remember the Harbaugh Bowl, the Super Bowl, where the 49ers and the Ravens were playing? The defensive line coach for the 49ers was Joe Tomzilla, who I recruited, he played for me. And the kicking coach, he coached the kickers, Randy Brown. I went to New Jersey recruiting, and about that tall back then. I mean, he weighed 138 pounds, but I was cheating a little bit. He was out on the football field. I went out watching kick. And I gave him a $500 scholarship to come He was a two-time All-American, and he could kick it 60 yards. Of course, lifting weights and eating 3 meals a day helped. But they were in that Super Bowl, and I'll never forget the day of the Super Bowl, both I'm calling, boys and advice. I said, God, just keep doing what you do, and I'll get this whole work out. But they were great kids. I'm not trying to shoot yourself out hard. I can't stand up here and talk that long. But I want you to know, like you said, I've been in the Wetumpka County Sports Hall of Fame, been in the Wetumpka High School Hall of Fame, honorary lifetime membership, but being recognized by your hometown. That's good. I appreciate it. Hilton Butler, I guess it's been 20 years ago, tried to get me to fill out an application for this. I said, Hilton, ain't no way I'm gonna get in that hall. I left here 63, all I've ever done is this. He said, no, you was not like that. He got me an application and I filed it, never filled it out. And then Jerry Marks and Gary Morton and Bush. But every time we got together to play golf and have a reunion, and then all tell me how we can do it. And Judy Starnes came up to me the last time we all got together, and she said, Bill, it's for all of us. We all set it up. It was a tight group. I do remember back then, we didn't have a check in our high school. We were all friends. There was a party, everybody was invited. You could sit with anybody at lunch. You know, we had a lot of freedom. We could actually eat lunch and go stand in the edge of the parking lot before we got back to school. But we all hung together, we all knew each other, and I have loved those people ever since I met them the first time. Several of us went to college together, and we have maintained a relationship. My cousin Doris, who's right there, we went out together. She actually, I think she introduced me to my wife. Yeah. Thank you, Doris, it worked out. But in closing, I just want you to know that this is certainly appreciated. And I accept this honor on behalf of the class of 1963. I'm a little bit short. It's an honor to be here tonight to introduce my inductee. And I just want to say, what a tremendous group of people we have here. There's some athletes out here, and I'm telling you that I'm just in awe when I look out and see them, and I appreciate being able to do this. If only I had 2 or 3 minutes to introduce Darrell, which I'm sure all the other inductees speakers will say, that's not really enough time to explain what all he accomplished. We always used to pick with Darrell about his shooting. If you know anything about Darrell, he was a tremendous shooter. But David Lefko would say, Darrell was open when he got off the bus, or when he left the locker room. And he had never met a shot he did not like. And he would shoot to get hot and shoot to stay hot. And he told me a little while ago, a couple of months ago, that he was having some joint troubles, the knee was bothering him. And he said, I think it was from all those passes I had. And David and I have been racking our brain to think of which one of the 3 it was that did that damage. But in all seriousness, I'm going to give you a few stats here on Darrell. You might not even know that I was able to find out to tell you what a tremendous shooter he was, what a phenomenal senior year he had in North Stanton. Now, you got to take in mind before I give you these stats, we were a 2A size school playing in a 3A conference with 3A and 4A size teams we had play against. We had no 3-point shot, and we didn't have a 1-and-1. Common foul was just 1 shot all we got. His senior year, Darrell scored 487 points. He averaged 20 points per game, and he shot 60% from the floor as a guard. During the last 6 games of the senior year, he's hit, let me get this right, 53 of 77 shots. That is 70% from the floor. In 2 of those games, he scored 35 points. And on those 35 points, he hit 27 out of 33 shots from the floor. That's 82% from the floor as a guard. You don't even see centers making that kind of shots. And I doubt it's ever been accomplished by another guard in the history of North Carolina high school basketball. But that was just phenomenal, I thought. And then we talked about, they mentioned that he had won the free throw shooting percentage in the nation, NCAA, in 1978-79. What you don't know is he's short from Indiana. A lot of newspapers sent a guy down and interviewed him. And had Darrell shooting in a free throw shooting contest, but made Darrell shoot blindfolded. And he hit 9 out of 10 blindfolded. And they had a picture of him in the paper. But all in all, Darrell was one of those players that made even mediocre players like myself seem a whole lot better than we actually were. And it's my honor and my privilege to introduce my classmate, my teammate, and more importantly, my friend, Darrell Moore.
That's a heck of an introduction. And I think you're that wrong, Jeff. I think that all my teammates made me really look better than I really was. Okay? And actually, I have a couple of teammates here tonight. Eddie Glencoe, good to see you, thanks for coming. And Jeff. I don't think that I missed somebody. I don't think so. But thanks again, Jeff, for that introduction. I'd like to thank Coach Thorpe and all the team committee for putting on this week. Thanks for your hard work. And I hope all the other inductees, congratulations to them and to their families. And I hope you feel as humble and as happy as I do. Because there's athletes in Colorado. I'm not one. I know a lot. But there's athletes. I did a little bit last year. And the year before. And you just keep on going. Just keep on going. So I hope that you guys are somewhat as honored as I am. I want to go ahead and introduce some people. I had my mom here, she passed about 5 years ago. She was proud. I'd like to introduce you to the best dad in the world, my dad Clay Call right there. Wave your hand, wave your hand. He fell about 5 weeks ago, so now he's in wheelchair for a long time years we had. Or introduce my brother who was out there helping me and pushing me. I appreciate it, Gary. I got 2 sons here, Randy and Eric. My daughter's-in-law, Mary Lamar, and I got 2 of my 4 grandchildren here, Luke and Grant. Good to have everybody here, Pat. And to my wife of 43 years, okay, I love you. You could have known better than a nice house, but I could. Okay, so thank you. Derek and I were really lucky because we were born into a God-fearing family. Okay? Our parents were good to us. They were strict on us. Just right away, it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? They tried to make tough men. And the saying that you told us earlier about tough men and easy times, I have that saved on my phone. Sure do. Actually, I think I said it to my kids and some of my friends. Sure have. I'm going to say tonight several times, back to me, that because things have changed, okay? And, but anyway, there's three things that helped me in my, if you want to call it, athletic career, and also in life. Pretty important things. Hard work, people, and time. That's a very, very important thing. Very important. Okay? There's, most of us have heard of this proverb. It takes a village to raise a child. Okay? Tonight, I'm going to sort of tell you some of the people in the village that got me up here tonight. Because, like you said, it's a thin line. A thin line. Okay? We were introduced to sports early. Both my parents played basketball school. And it didn't matter whether the sport was in the season, it's the sport we played. It didn't matter. Basketball, baseball, football, whatever. That's what we played. But as a youngster, the first thing we wound up playing was baseball. So from 9 to 11 and 12-year-olds, they all played on the same team back then. It wasn't divided into two different groups. And so the 9 and 10-year-olds, like myself, started, you get played much. You start practicing for that team. Tough knocks. So you either practice and got better, or you quit. But we had some good coaches. John Howard actually played basketball at Northtown. And we only played basketball in softball. Lonnie Chandler coaches in baseball. And all these guys, they taught fundamentals that I still think about to this day when I watch it. Little league, high school, even college guys play. It's just the fundamentals, the little things that make a difference. I even played water, football. Once again, back then, okay, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders played on the same team. I was in the 5th grade. This may be one of the more important parts of my life. In practice one day, I got tackled by 8th grade. I'm in the 5th grade. I got tackled by 8th grade. Broke my collarbone. If I don't break my collarbone and decide not to play anymore, I may not be here today. As we advance and get into the 6th grade, back then, okay, 6th graders went to the Y every Thursday. Every Thursday afternoon, 6th graders went to the Y. 5th and 4th graders went earlier in the week. That's where I met some of my good friends. It so happens that they had another coach who played high school basketball with me that I introduced earlier. He actually went down there too, so we were actually playing down there together, even in the 6th grade. Billy Mills, who was going to introduce us later. He and I, we met down there. I've got a lot of friends at the Y. Matter of fact, Billy and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago. And he said, yeah, Aaron, said, I picked you on the team, but I thought your name was Carol. Yeah. Anyway, Billy and I go back a long way. And the one thing that's been good to me and my family, I got one of my first decent jobs from the gentleman actually another guy that I met at the Y. Both of my sons right now had jobs they got meeting somebody at the Y. And what's kind of funny is, when I first wanted to join the Y, I said within 6th grade, it was $20 a year to join the Y. $20 a year. And my dad asked me, are you going to get your $20 worth? Thanks for the $20, man. Okay, because we back here a little bit. Like I said, I was told the sports earlier. My dad and my uncle were auxiliary police officers. Okay? Back then, auxiliary police officers were the ones that worked at ball games. So in the 5th, 6th, 7th grade, when he goes to the basketball game, you know, on Friday nights, I'm sure we went almost every Friday night, and we would go some Tuesday nights, but I got exposed to that. And he knew. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of things we talked a while ago. If you're in sixth grade, your 12th grade is a really big number. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. But, so I got chosen that early. When David and I were at the rock, they actually had, once again, back then, they had a traveling team at the rock with different age groups. It just so happened that we were coached down there by Tony Sturgeon and the late Clyde Edwards. And for some reason they liked us, I don't know why. But anyway, they didn't know how to become a traveling team. We went, I remember us going to China Grove, Salisbury, even Rocky. It's a little unusual these days, but there were such things like A&B and showcase, all that kind of stuff. It's just something that happened to us back then that sort of sets the tone for the rest of our lives. So in the 7th, 8th grade, we're going to New London, we're taking Coach Ryan Morris. Now, this is what happens. Ryan Morris played for Coach Joe Kelly, who we were going to play for in high school youth magazine, which happens to be Coach Andrews' uncle. So Ryan Morris, I thought he did a good job with us. Again, I haven't been to church with him, he still do. So maybe he just like me when we went to church together, but he sort of took me under his wing, and he sort of groomed us to play at Rochelle. It's kind of funny because some of the drills that we ran at New London, we ran at Rochelle, and ran at Rochelle, and I was on. And then later on, when I was coaching, I ran some of the same drills. So sort of the trickled down. So by the 7th, 8th grade, once again, I'm talking about the village of people that got me here, okay? 6th, 7th, 8th grade, a good friend of mine, and a lot of you would know, Lloyd Barron. Lloyd would go to basketball games sometime. Okay, back then, you got tired of hearing it, but back then, every college didn't have a camp. But Campbell had, I never went to Campbell's camp until I was a counselor. But Lloyd went to a camp that, when I went as a counselor, we were using 13 different school gyms at the time. Okay, but Lloyd would go to the camp, we lived about half a mile off from each other. Because he and I didn't know this all along. I would go to his house, and he would tell me everything he knew in the camp. So he taught me every passing, dribbling, shooting, all the proper techniques. Now, just because somebody taught you that, don't mean it's going to work, but you got to go and work on it. And you got to go and work on it the way I see it, somebody else is working on something else. And whether that's basketball, or science, or English, or math, or football, or whatever that you want to try to excel at, you got to be doing it when somebody else doing something else. But the next time, for those that don't know what to see him, and I would tell him, he would be here tonight, but he already had vacation planned this week. I did not tell him he'd heard about it, and he called me. And I said, Lord, you'll be able to do that. He had no idea how to mention him in this speech. But the Lord is a big part of why and how we want to do it. So like Jim said, that when we were in school, you shot every guy. You didn't wait till the 6 or 7 guy, you shot, there's only one shot. So I'm kind of, as you can tell, I'm not a very big guy, either tall or either way. So I figured I'm going to be playing, I'm probably going to be playing a guard position on the ball. And I didn't understand that most of the people that got that were ones that had on the ball. And I thought, if I get tired, I should want to look around that pool at myself. And what I had to, so I got a routine of free throws because 2 things. One, it's a free throw, and 2, we can shoot every time. And some of my friends look how weird I am about stuff, but I sort of developed a routine in. And this is at 7th or 8th grade, for those of us guys and girls that play basketball. That 6th, 7th grade, 8th grade, you ain't got to find enough energy and strength to get into the basket without jumping. All those guys want to be a cool guy. So we keep our feet on the floor, we have to shoot that shot. So in the seventh grade, I worked on that routine. But that was about as soon as I could actually shoot that shot without jumping. Here's the deal. I never changed my routine. I took a lower head, it's all me. Keep the elbow straight, balance, eye on the target, follow through, all that stuff. I did the same routine now. If we go outside and play with the kids and the grandkids. I don't get it, but it still looks good, you know what I'm saying? So now as we're going to North Stanley, I'm trying to get somewhere with all this. So we're North Stanley, back then, had 50 schools. You want to go to school. So now we had 4 different schools. You had 5 not starting last year, but there's only 5 positions this year. So you had to be ready, you had to prepare yourself. I was one of the lucky ones that worked hard. I tried to work consistently hard. I did work hard, and I'm sure there's other people that work hard too. But I was one of those that worked hard, and I was able to make the team. We had a good group of guys coming in from the 50 schools. Jeff David, Don Watson, the late Ricky Tyndale, Frank Wood, just to name a few, and I'm sorry if I left anybody out. And we had these here as freshmen. Once again, back then, you had the freshman team, and then your team had varsity. So we put in the freshman team, and we were pretty decent. I'm not saying we were good, but we were pretty decent. So after our season was over, me and Washington, who coached the JV team, closed up to the JV team for a couple of games and let us play some. That's what it is, a young guy, a little bit of confidence, you know. And as sophomores, most of us are on the varsity team, and we're not playing much. It was just kind of normal. And you get to thinking a whole lot when you're sitting there, you know what I'm saying? So none of us got played very much. It's juniors, we got to play a little bit more. But between that sophomore and junior year, it's kind of when I thought that I really want to try to play college basketball. And I'm sure there were other guys that wanted to do. And I'm sure there were other guys that worked as hard as I did. We're going to think about timing, and people in your way, and not people in your way, people that are too healthy. I saw that. I really did. And I got to work hard. My dad and my brother, we got there. Just back up a few years, my parents could pay for a concrete driveway in. And it was slow, so with basketball, it was 9.5 feet, because when you start from the top of the key, it was 10.5 feet. I'm not sure that name didn't come there every night without paying hot for it. Because you never try to say the same shot twice, you know what I'm saying? During that sophomore, junior, and senior year, we would play all the weekends. And actually, we would go up here and play. Sometimes we play here, or sometimes I don't know what they call these days, David. Sometimes we go to old gym and play. But even over Christmas, when all the shoes were gone, if the shoes were here, most of the gym broke. But when the shoes were gone, we still had a ace in the hole, because David's dad was a soccer coach. So when you come up here with shoes, we're here to play the new team. So they could come here and cut so we could be playing. And another person that says, I think about it quite often. Sometimes I would not have a way to live here. Because I live in Blue Orleans in New London. And Big Brother's football, Big Brother. Big Brother lives on this side, I was raised on this side, I would put it out. Rick would come to New London to get me, bring me back every Friday. We would play, it'd be a crowd house, we'd play. Then Rick would take me back to New London and come back. That's what I'm talking about, some of the people that helped me get here. And this whole. But during our junior year, we were a little bit better. We got to play some more. We sort of developed a little bit. And I'm doing all the statistics stuff. And then our senior year, we actually, everything came together pretty good. during the season, we were about the middle of the pack. We had the same group I was talking about earlier, but we also had, I'm going to list somebody I'm sure is the world, Jim Brooks, Johnny Cameron, Jack Blankenship, Stephen Bullware, Kenny Jeffries, and Bobby Smith. I think that's all of them. But anyway, we sort of came together. So we had grown up together. So 8 and 9 years old, this is 6th grade. And we were in the middle of the night, and then something happened. We don't know what happened. I wish I could answer. But anyway, we won our last 6 games, finished in 3rd place, and then when the next 3 games, we won that conference tournament that you was talking about. And if you look over here, I think I saw the fight up here. In there, picture of Joe Kelly that says the biggest win. There you go, there. Hey, that's Jeff. That's Jeff right there. Jeff that broke his arm. He wasn't able to play. But he had the time. Joe Kelly was a baseball guy. And he was coaching basketball. And he did a good job with us. He worked us hard. He had a, today would be a unique coaching style. He was more of an in-your-face coach. And I never heard Joe Kelly using profanity. Not at all. But when he got good with me, I felt like he had. And some of you guys fight for me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Sure do. I'd like to go back just a little bit. I missed something here. I apologize. I started telling you about going to the all games with my dad as a police service officer. 5th, 6th grade, somewhere in there. I would go up there, and like we were saying earlier, these guys, these senior guys, these senior guys in the 5th, 6th grade, you know, they are guys. And I'm probably not one of the guys here that wanted to be one of those guys in the 6th grade. Okay? I wanted to be the next Byron McCray, the next Tommy Rosen, the next Michael Dane, the next Eddie Ingram. You know who Eddie Ingram is? It's Shaq Ingram, and he's in school. Now, Brother Shaq, when I was looking at some of my stuff, I saw a team picture of you guys, okay? On the steps. You remember that picture? I got that on. So, Jack, I wanted to be you when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, I wanted to be you. Okay, so after the season's over, I'm trying not to bore you guys, okay? I'm trying not to bore you guys. I'm trying to get somewhere. After the season's over, a few smaller schools had made contact with Coach Kelly and with my family. And I walked down the hall. Of course, I don't have biology at the senior. So Coach Kelly called me into his room one day. He was walking down the hall. And Coach Kelly called. He said, "Hey, Mom, anybody call you about playing next year?" And that's not really. None of the ones you know about. He said, "Okay." He said to me, "Oh, this is truth that I've ever told." Sometimes he gives me I don't know if it's legal. It would be legal today, I think. He got me a workout at county, which is where I lowered it along the basketball camp. Okay? He got me, so the next week, I'm the first person from my family to even think about going to school, college. So we don't know anything. So the next week, I put a little double back of tennis shoes, shorts, and a shirt, and I take off the county. And here's where it gets kind of interesting. So I'm in Coach Roberts, first time I've been there by myself. It was how we thought it should be done. We didn't know any better. And so I go to meet Coach Roberts, and he sort of takes me around the campus. First time he's ever seen me play. So we're going to work out after school, after the guys got out of class. So it's 2 or 3 o'clock, you know, most of the guys couldn't stroll in and stuff, and I'm sure they wanted to work out anyway. So he gets me out there, and if memory serves me correctly, I didn't play that bad, but I don't remember saying that, you know what I'm saying? The only way I stood out was, I come around the screen, and I don't know if it's intentional or accident, but somebody caught me right in the nose with a elbow. Okay? I had 2 bloody noses. And as an 18-year-old kid from New London, down here trying to impress the college coach, this is the most important day of my life. They're taking me outside, trying to get my nose stuffed. I'm thinking, hey, look, you might see that out. But anyway, I go outside, my nose starts bleeding, put some ice on, I'm happy to do about 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know what Coach Robert saw. I have no idea. But anyway, after the workout, we went back outside. He and I stood outside on the steps. And I usually I take you within 2 or 3 feet of where it's at. We're sitting on the steps. He made comments and we talked a little bit. He made a comment and said, I'd like you to come to county. He said, next year is our last year at NAI, which is very similar to Division 2. He said, never going to Division 1. But the little guy from New London didn't have a clue what he was talking about. All that guy wanted to do, and he'd bring me back, was play in college. And he offered what it happened to be, I have a scholarship, which is pretty good for a little boy from New London. So, I told him anything about it, so I'm talking about parents and everything. So, I decided this hard way to go. I think this coach wants me down there, so I'm something now, right? So I do, once again, I got my Galaxy with a stereo and, a box of clothes. My parents ain't on the campus yet, but this is how we thought it was going to do. You grow up fast and you go this way anyway. And so I go down there. I'm not the only freshman he's got. He's got 5 more freshmen. Okay? And he has extremely good juniors and seniors. So we're down there. Remember the time thing I was talking about, right? So I'm down Campbell, and there's 6 freshmen. Coincidentally, only 2 of those freshmen finished play down there. But it was last year in Abbey, and believe it or not, it was a surprise all of us, including me and my parents. I'm actually in rotation a little bit. I'm not starting, and I'm not playing half the game, but I'm probably playing 10, 12, 18 minutes a game, which is pretty good once again. That will give you prepared. And about midway through the season, once again, the timing thing, I found out that a guy that's supposed to be a senior, he played the year before, it was really hard and had a heart attack last summer. He went to school. So once again, if he's at school, I'm not saying I don't have a team. I may not have, but I'm not going to play this much. And so, naturally, I was thinking, we wound up, this is a good book. Some people don't realize this. In NAI, back then, when you next to the NAI tournament, that tournament is played in 7 days. 7 days, 32 teams in 7 days. I didn't know what to say. So I got enough coach for 3 days. My friends early guys did. Well, how we used to practice or watch our practice uniforms, we put a little next side, pin them up, instead of with the training. So I wanted to do was put the clothes in the next sack with my practice uniform and have it once so I could get back to work 2 days from now. But anyway, we wound up. I was in the rotation, but we got to get to the serious game. I didn't play quite as much as I did during the regular season because we had 1 All-American and 2 other seniors that were really good All-Americans. Anyway, we wound up finishing 2nd in the NAI that year. We had won 4 straight games. We actually played our best 4 games out there, which is what happens in a lot of tournaments. The Cinderella team playing, they play some really good games. But that was an experience. That was a place that was something that I got to see, that new experience that I wouldn't have otherwise. So now I'm thinking, season's over, and I'm thinking, these seniors are moving on. If the point guard with the seniors, so I've got a decent chance of winning a lot next year. So I don't know what I'm thinking we're going to start. I'm thinking, well, the coach's job in college is to bring in somebody next year better than what they had this year. So the coach brings more guys in. This is kind of great, I'm going to say this is true. I don't know what happened, but somehow I got the coach's offense as a sophomore. I honestly, I do not know what I said, if I said anything, or if I looked at him wrong, I do not know. To this day, I don't know. But I got the offense. And this was our first year of Division 1. And what happens then is sometimes you have to fly to places. And we took our lunch. With Campbell being in the first year and probably a very, very low budget, as you can imagine, they only take 10 people on the away games when they fly. I'm not flying. You tell me something that hurts you, okay? I'm not flying. And once again, I don't know what I said or what I did. I really don't. Now, I got to go here to fact check me on this, okay? So I'm sitting in my room. I haven't looked this up today, but I remember it happening, but I didn't remember the date. December 13, 1977. My 10 guys, that would take a bus, I was on the trip. My 10 guys had flown, and I'm sorry, I do not remember where they flew to, but they had flown. I'm sitting in a dorm room. Of course, we don't have all the internet and everything like we do now, so I didn't know what happened, what was going on, how the game came out or anything. But anyway, I'm watching TV for like 11, 12 o'clock, whatever it is. I'm watching TV, and they come on with breaking news that an airplane has crashed. It's steering a college basketball team. But you can just imagine my heart is sinking. But that's one thing I love about all my guys and the coaches and stuff. So Chase, look up December 13th. Okay? Whatever it's up Chase, he has to look up. You don't believe me sometimes, okay? December 13th, 1977, it was Evansville College. Evansville College. It had crashed and put all the players and stuff. It's just some of the things that you think about as you get older. And you kind of heart sinks when you hear that. Once again, all this is true. Timing, people, and hard work. I'm not trying to downplay how hard I work, because I was not doing things, so you other guys were doing other things. I was shooting 2 or 3 free throws at a time, and running, and coming back and shooting 2 or 3 more free throws, because that's how games play. It's easy to sit there and shoot 10, 20, 30 at a time, and I had done that before. But when it gets much time, you have to be tired, and you have to be sweaty, and you have to be mad, and you still have to concentrate on what you're doing. I didn't know any other way to do it besides game situation. And my kids got tired of hearing me telling them that they were doing it. I was just, that's not how the game's played. You have to do the blah, 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 and you got to do that. And it don't always work. And I know that there were people like me, probably better athletes than me, definitely have better athletes. Did you see to get that one little chance or that one little help, push them on the way? Okay? But after Christmas, as a matter of fact, I knew you were tired of people, this is not my family sometimes, okay? After Christmas, during Christmas break, and that's why normally a 2-week break for students and about a week break for basketball players. Over Christmas, I was up here at Pfeiffer, I don't realize I did see the other game. I was up here at Pfeiffer working out. And people, I'm telling y'all, honest truth. Because they had cell phones, we were tending to the ball. Well, some of you remember that's not wrong. But I get back home, and my mom says, "Coach called you." I said, "Okay." I said, "Who asked that?" I said, "Okay." I said, what do you want?" Coach knew that I was a little disgusted. Probably, but I'm sure he probably knew what happened anyway. He actually called to see if I was coming back after Christmas. I had no intention of going back. I was going back. So I had to call my friends because he needed to be a student and not the ball, and I thought I can't do that. Anyway, once again, I don't know how I got in the doghouse or how I got out of the doghouse. But I go back after Christmas because I had no working out stuff. Probably David and Jeff and I, Don and some of that up here working out stuff. But I get back. I'm actually in the rotation. I'm not playing 30 minutes, or I ain't playing probably like 15, 20 minutes game, half the game. I will do this that idea. I think I averaged 6 points that year. And it was something much, but 6 is a lot better than 0. So that was that sophomore year. He said, I got in the rotation. Everything was fine. Once again, going to I can't work out how to call guys. So we're going to this junior year. Now, this is when the free throw thing comes into effect. Remember the time I was telling you about? You're sitting there saying, well, he was looking at his percentage all along. I was, I promise y'all not. I wasn't, I was afraid, but I wasn't looking at percentages. So let me tell you a story, true story. Because we were in Division 1, we had to play, we were playing another team, and I don't know the parameters, but our gym is so small that some teams do not come to our gym and play us. We had to play them in a larger facility. A lot of our games were played at Coleman County Arena in Fayetteville, home games, or at Roland Center. This happened, we actually, for some reason, we played in a high school about 10 miles away because it was very encouraging. Okay? So true story, so we're sitting, we're up, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 points. And this is the story. And I'm still in the first team in race. I haven't played a bad game. I haven't played a real good game. I haven't played a bad game. I'm just getting race. And I'm sitting on the bench and looking up, we're down, we're up, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And I got 3 points. Okay? Now, if you got 16, 18, 20, you're not really sure how you got. You get 3, you don't have any guy. Okay? So let's switch that in. Nobody's mad, you know, so put the guy in. I'm doing going down the floor or something, guy jumps out to take a charge on him, they hold off. Other team's coach, she's tempted to call. So I would shoot my 2 free throws in 4 tackles. But it's 6. Okay, now we show up 8 or 10 or whatever it is, 12 or whatever. Get the ball back to the point guard. I get that again. I had 2 more free throws. And then in the last 30, 45 seconds, whatever, I did a jump shot. So I'm at 13 points. That's not how I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because that particular night, I'm assuming for all the hard work, a little bit of luck along the way. I was a 9 for 9 that night from the free throw line. 2 days later, it comes out that the guy from Cowboys was in the nation in free throw percentage. I had no idea. No idea whatsoever. And keep in mind, I didn't realize this until I was already at school. This is kind of the second year in Division 1, which is big for Campbell. Like I say, to me, I was just playing ball. That's what I had dreamed about doing from the 6th, 7th grade. But I had some other along the way, like I said. After that year, I had about 2 or 3 games left. I missed a couple free throws, so it got down to 92.1. The parameters on that are you had to make 2.5 free throws a game. 2.5 free throws a game. So just by luck, I paid enough to qualify for this award. Now, I had really worked hard. I really had. However, there was things that happened along the way that slowed down that. And I can't explain it. I really think. And then our senior year, our senior year was the first year we had to back in Division 1. We had some good ball players coming in. Like I said, the coaches got to get better ball players inside. So I really had a good career at Campbell. Because that little book for you, that was all he needed. And Campbell was the right place for me. Like I said, a little bit later in life, in my 40s, I had a chance to coach at Old Town. I wasn't a very good coach. Randy helped me coach, although he don't know. I wasn't a very good coach. However, we did meet a lot of nice young men, faculty and staff that we're still friends with. Those guys stood up to us and helped us. It means a lot to each one of us. Before we go any further, there's a couple people, especially that I want to rank. I'm putting it off here. One is Billy and Judy Clayton. Their son Chad is here. And Mitchie. Terry Bishop. These are some of the people that were in my immediate family. They would drive 2 or 3 hours to see us play. I'll never forget them that one night for warm-ups just to shoot around something. And Terry Bishop sitting there on the first row in Rockland. I turned around on the other side of the court a few minutes later, and Billy and Judy and Mitchie Tag were sitting on the other side up in the stands a little bit. Neither one of them knew was something. They were next door neighbors. Next door neighbors. So be sure to tell your mom and dad next time I remember and I appreciate it. And Terry Bishop. Okay? After all this is said and done, never and I know that really accepts it, not the rule. Most of our kids were lucky enough to take hours. Most of them don't realize it, and I'm sorry you don't. But it's really a big deal when you see lucky kids playing college on the same team at the same time. Once again, I'm sure that somewhere along the line, they had to pay. So I'm not saying just because you get out and work hard, that you're going to be able to do such and such. I think you need people and time sometimes to get where you would like to get. And you still may not do that. Okay. I'm going to put all this into perspective. You don't know how proud I am to get in front. And I'm not a very good speaker. But I can put this into perspective really, really quick. Okay? About 2 or 3 weeks ago, every night we're keeping Luke and Eva, which is very large, sure, for about 2 or 3 hours. They want to do it at some kind of retire party. Time. So we took them to the Court School, and little Eva, which is our daughter, she's 3, she wanted to go play with swing sets and slides and stuff like that. Well, Luke takes his ball. We did this one time before. Takes his ball, and we go out there, and we're playing with the lights out there in the board. So I'm beating Luke by 28-24. AJ Lay comes back and beats me 30-28. Now, this will put it in perspective back in Luke. Okay? His mama last week was down there. She said, I was explaining to Luke what's happening next week. It's okay. I told him, hop on to it, get ready to do this club. And he's going to give a speech. He's going to get on stage and give a speech. My host. Luke looks up at her and he says, I'll be on stage one day, but I'll be called. So, I apologize if I left anybody out. I sincerely apologize. I appreciate the people that came just to see me. Okay? And there's a few that probably just came, and I do appreciate that. I practiced this 15 times, okay? So if you have a child, or a grandchild, or a son of a friend, that wants to do something, don't discourage them. Encourage them. However, like my kids say, keep it real. Don't tell them something they're not. Because there's a saying that goes like this. You're not as bad as your worst day, and you're not as good as your best day. Okay? So if you have that person in your life, in your world, that wants to do something, encourage them. Because some of those dreams come true. Thank you very much.
Francis Caldwell Watson. If you are one of her players, please stand up. Retired, resides in the Ridgeville area, but before embarking on the long career of public education, she was arguably the most dominant women's high school basketball player ever to play in Stanley County Conference. Watson played Ridgeville High in the pre-consolidation phase of Stanley County Schools. Finished for 4 years in high school basketball in 1955-56. In conference play, Watson scored 548 points, an average of 34 points per game. Before finishing her career in the final conference, she played and scored 77 points in conference tournament. Afterwards, she made a great contribution in which she touched the lives of countless young people. Upon graduation from Pfeiffer, she served as elementary school physical education teacher, and then accepted a position at East Lorraine High School. There, she started the school's volleyball program. She coached basketball and softball. She was especially successful in softball, during which the Mustang girls were tagged the Fran Phillies by the Salisbury Post. Her teams won South Piedmont Conference championships in 1979, 1980, 81, 82, 83, 85. She was the South Piedmont Conference Coach of the Year in 79, 82, 83, and 1985, and she was honored as the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Women's Coach of the Year. Wayne was the youngest of 8 children. Her entire family were competitive, and she set the knacks about sports. Watson said her older brother Boyce, which was her coach, Boyce Collin, who served at Ridgeville High, was the key to her success. As a fellow worker and a first-year teacher and coach, I could not believe the power that this woman had instilled in her players. I couldn't believe how dedicated her players were. In 1986, Fran Caldwell was presented to the North Carolina Athletic Association for the greatest contribution made to young people in the state of North Carolina. But not only did Fran excel as a coach, but as a high school player in both college and at Ridgeville. Most of her shots were taken from over 21 feet away, yet there was no three-point shot line or circle. Fran's average of 34 points per game came with only 40 points with this scored during the whole game. However, there were challenges. 1953, while Ridgeville High School was being heated with a potbelly stove, a fire broke out and caused the gym to burn to the ground. All of her future games until her senior year were played away or here at Pfeiffer. On one other occasion, as a coach, after a rain-soaked game at Sun Valley High School in Union County, her players, not really in celebration, but in play and fun, were jumping in mud puddles on the softball field. However, the mud puddles were actually a broken sewer line discharged in Union County. The uniforms were never the same, and the ride home was a little different. I put these on just for a reason. We love you. Whenever I first started teaching, I used to hide. I never told her this. I used to watch her And I could not believe what you had instilled in her players. They would slide, and they didn't care if they got skin up, they would fight. I'm not going to call out which one it was, but you know. But it was incredible. And I thought, wow, how did she do this? So at this time, friends, it's a great honor for me to stand here and introduce you as an inductee to the Stanley County Hall of Fame.
I would like to talk to you like once before you talk and go through all about your experiences and all the years of coaching and this type of thing. Some of my girls do softball team games tonight, and I'm thrilled to death. Have not seen them in years. And I'm so happy to see you. And I'm not going to take the time to go into what all I would like to say about my teaching experience and my coaching experience in Stanley County, Mecklenburg County, East Rowan's, Salisbury, but I'm just going to accept my, what am I accepting doing? I stand before you tonight, and I am filled with gratitude and joy. Being inducted into the Stanley County Hall of Fame. It is such an honor. And I thank the ones responsible for this to the bottom of my heart. This is a dream come true. So, first of all, I want to thank God for blessing me with talents and the opportunities that I had. And without the guidance of God, if nothing like this would happen. And I praise God for all the blessings. Thank you all who came tonight. I want to especially thank my family. Billy was saying something about a large family. I'm the youngest of 8. And we were all ball players. Some better than others. But I won't say I was the best, and points are the most important thing, but I bet I had the best time in seriously. So in my family, and it's not all my family, lots of friends and loved ones. So if you're close to me, as I'm close to you, would you please stand? I especially want to recognize a family member whose name is Mike Ross. And I've had a lot of people know Mike Ross. Well, he was instrumental in encouraging and me, and he was the one who really was responsible for getting me nominated to the Hall of Fame. And I want to thank him, Mike Ross, for his move. I already mentioned my girls. Being notified of this honor prompted me to drag out all of my old clippings, scrapbooks, all the pictures and all the information about my 5 days of playing a lot right here at Lakeland University. And kind of reminiscing about my coaching, especially at East Rodeo. And it really struck hard to my heart to think of all the lives that I touched. The girls, if I had asked one of them to jump off the stage, I think they were so instrumental to what I was saying. They were in tune to what I wanted them to do. They knew me like a book. And they knew that I loved them. And that was the secret. Love carries on lots of gratitude. I love these girls with my heart, and we will keep up with each other. From now on, we're planning a meeting where we'll see each other maybe once a year and see their families. And again, I thank y'all for coming. I thank you for letting me skip part of my part. I could tell you about the 2 Stanley County tournaments that we won right here at Piper College. One by 1 point, 1 year 55. And the second one in 56, we won by 2 points. And it was fun. Thank you.
What a great night, and congratulations to all the inductees. Thanks for all who are here. When I was speaking earlier, I made a major gaffe. I'm not recognizing the Hall of Fame committee. If you're on that committee, you're here, please stand. Folks, they make my job easy. They're doing a fantastic job. You can see it here tonight. Thank you for being here. Inductees, come back to the stage. We'll get a few pictures. Rest of you, have a great evening. Travel safe. Thank you for being here.